All right, good morning from Echo Bay. Hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. It's Black Friday morning. It's like 4:30-ish. It's 48 degrees. There's nobody here yet, thanks to my weird schedule. I know my buddy Irv's gonna be showing up. He almost was gonna go on a boat with me. He was gonna go on a boat with me. And I said, you know, after a 12-hour shift, I don't want to disappoint you, because after I work all night, I'm usually off the water really early. So I don't want to, you know, disappoint him. But we're going after crappie again. We're gonna come out here. We're gonna hang out by that south cliff down there for a while. Then we're just gonna take off north. So I'm all rigged up already, pretty much. Well, actually no. I still got to get the poles out of the truck, but they're pretty much rigged up anyways. So stick around. This one's going to be a good one. Should be. I'm in compliance with Lake Mead National Recreation filming guidelines. Let's not worry about that. Let's just go find some more slabbies. All right, stick around. All right, we're experiencing multiple system failure here. I had to pull the battery out of my remote for my trolling motor to reset the remote. I had to pull the battery out of the GoPro to reset it to get it to work. But we're underway now. Second person just pulled in. I'm letting the motor warm up, then I'm going to kill it for a little while and cruise this bank that you can't see because it's freaking dark. But the water is 64.1 degrees and we are in the water. It is absolutely clear. Right now it's pretty calm. It was puffing a little bit, but it was actually, the weather said that it was going to do exactly that. So we're gonna come back in a little while when it gets a little bit lighter. But here we go. Alright, we're heading north. It's lighting up, I can see both sides of the lake, so we're not gonna run into anybody. I'm not going that fast. But we're about halfway there. We'll be there 10 minutes or so. It's pretty flat right now. Hope it stays that way. Alright, we're at the crappie grounds. We're on the very outside edge of the crappie grounds. I'm the first one here. As soon as the boat started pulling up to the ramp, I pulled up the trolling motor and took off. Because, you know, I made that mistake last week and that wasn't really a mistake. It kind of worked out. Because the two people I were following, they were the people to follow. So that worked out, but I am definitely the first one on site and I don't even see anybody behind me. So, and I'm seeing fishies. I don't know what they are. It could be striper, they could be crappie, they could be freaking anything, but there's birds sitting on top of the water, so that's a good sign. Anyways, we're gonna hope, man, it was a cold ride up here. We're gonna hopefully put some in the boat right here directly. All right, here's the first one of the day, and it is a dink bass. Well, that's not what I'm after at all, but there he is. That's what's been pecking at it for the last half hour probably. Crappie of the day. I gotta change this other lure out because as soon as this thing hit the water, that dude grabbed it. It's not very big, but I got the color figured out. All right, now we're getting a little bit more better, more gooder. And they changed colors again. That's the second time they've done that to me already today. Who knows? Maybe they're just having one of those days where they're just liking all kinds of stuff. I don't hate those days because I got all kinds of stuff. So apparently all I gotta do to hook a fish is just start getting a different color lure ready to go. And they come right up and grab the one that I was gonna take out of the water. So now it's going back in the water. Picking up a little bit. There really isn't one good solid color. The only thing that's really making a difference, it's the color of the jig head. I've caught more on the pink jig head than I have on the chartreuse jig head. So, but I still got one of each out just because, and this is all tangled up. But it's starting to pick up. About where it picked up last time. And another one. I have no idea what number that one is. 15, 20 maybe? That one took a chartreuse jig head. So there goes my whole pink jig head thought. And it took it as soon as it hit the water, so let's see if it does it again. Or one of its friends. We'll find out. Again with the chartreuse jig head. Comes through again. Right in the middle of, I mean, it was just like one right after another over here on the pink one. And they stopped. And they started taking that chartreuse one again. I don't even sort of kind of understand how they all communicate that that's what they want. But somehow they do. So you guys have heard me say it a few hundred times. Don't get tunnel vision. Don't be afraid to change it up. If you haven't got a bite and you're running through a cloud of what looks like crappie, change it up. Change your color of your jig head, change the color of your swim bait. Change something. Because they've been taking this pink jig head, boom, boom, boom. They paused on that. I put a chartreuse one back over here and it took it as soon as it hit the water. And I put it right back out and nothing happened. So I don't know. I'm just, if something's not working, change it. So there's my words of wisdom for the day. We're about a half hour from me pointing this thing towards the dock because, like I said, I worked all night and I'm getting a little tired. It's getting pretty tired out here. I finally warmed up. I took my hoodie off, so it's bearable now. It's probably gonna turn out to be a halfway decent day. I just had a bump right there. Let's see if he comes back for it. Not yet. Anyways, it's flat. I mean, this is perfect crappie weather right here. But I'm not gonna be able to hang out too much longer. I will say this: they dumped 3,000 or 3,500 trout at one of my, if not my very favorite fishing spot yesterday or day before, probably the day before. So I'm probably going to be going somewhere tomorrow. We'll think about that at 3 o'clock in the morning. Chartreuse jig head again. So the right thing to do would be to put a chartreuse one back over there, but I'm not going to do that because they've changed their mind like 4 times, 3 or 4 times on what they're taking. So I know oh, I'm tangled up. Oh, I got it. I know as soon as I change it, they're going to change their mind back. So I'm going to stick with what's working for now. Not to say that it's not going to change back. Not to say that it's not going to change at all. But I know it's working right now. We're bobbing back towards Mako. 11:30. We're going to try and find Herb. I know he's out here somewhere. So we'll probably say hey to him. Fishing was swerving. Somewhere. See no Irv out in the water, but I think I might see him right here. So we're gonna cruise over here. We're gonna skirt this no wake zone. He might be in that little group of people right up there in front of me. We're about to find out. Well, neither one of those is Irv, and then I thought I got close enough that I knew it wasn't him, and I thought it was one of my old kayaks, but none of the above. We're heading for the launch. So that's gonna do it. Not as good as last week, and they're changing their minds frequently. But luckily I found my assortment of jig heads that were buried in one of my boxes. That kind of happened when I dumped everything out last week. So yeah, might go to Willow, might put up Christmas decorations, might do nothing. I don't know when. Tomorrow's Saturday. Huh. Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, if you like what you saw, Master Dude floating around over there in the kayak, if you would please like and subscribe, give it a share, check out those Amazon links down there. There's all kinds of good stuff. Think about those channel memberships. It helps me out a lot. There's 4 levels of it now. One of them's 99 cents a month. Doesn't sound like much, but it helps. All right, so thanks for watching. I'll see you on the water. Have a great day.